Bem, aqui é o Fábio da revista Turismo Compartilhado. Eu estou aqui com a Shari Levitin. Hello, Shari. How are you?
I'm good, but I have no idea what you're saying. You could be saying I'm a donkey.
No. I'm just saying, okay, I'm Fabio. And this is Shari. Okay, Shari. This is your first time in Brazil?
No, it's my third time. I came twice before with RCI, once to Rio de Janeiro, once to Sao Paulo. But it's my first time here in Bahia.
Oh, in Bahia. Okay, and you think the sales process is the same in Brazil and United States and Mexico? What do you think about that?
That's a good question. There's nuances, city to city, state to state, country to country. But there are human psychologies that are the same no matter where you are. So for example, I'm not going to try to sell you something until I make a relationship with you. I'm going to find a commonality. Maybe we'll talk about family or sports or whatever before we get right down to the business. Now, that's the same in every culture. In some cultures, for example, in many cultures in Asia, that process could take weeks, right? That's not necessarily a today sale. But that idea is the same, that I need to make a friend, right, before I start the sales process. The idea that we need to ask questions in order to find out what's important to the customer before we just start pitching our product. Too many salespeople pitch products instead of finding out what's important to that particular customer. Those things are the same.
And one of the big issues in the sales process today, it's about technology. Like how can the sales people use technology, or of course the customers are using technology as well. Sometimes they see the bad reviews on TripAdvisor, Facebook, and how can salespeople can work with that?
Well, I would say three things. Yes, the world's changed. In every presentation now, it used to be we connect to one person. Today, I call it connecting through 1,000 voices, because it's not just the voice of the salesperson and the customer. They're checking 1,000 voices, whether it's reviews, whether it's Google, and they're getting lots and lots of information. Three things that are most important. Number one, the salesperson needs to know as much as the customer. And that's why I spoke earlier about growth mindset. So the salespeople, what we need to do is we need to read the reviews. We need to know about our product. We need to know about other products, because if we're blindsided, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Number two, tell the truth. I said earlier, one of the most important things a top performer can do is tell the customer what the product won't do, so they'll believe what it will do. And the product doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be better than the alternatives. There's restaurants that have bad reviews. There's lawyers that have bad reviews. And there's properties that have bad reviews. You've got to tell them, they understand that it's usually the complainers that write reviews. Usually people don't write reviews that it's fantastic. But if there's a problem, you need to bring it up before the customer does. And number three, salespeople need to realize that there's always been objections. There always will be objections. You can't let the objections get you down. You've got to believe in your product, and you've got to know in your heart that you've got a good product. And if you don't believe in your product and you start reading your own reviews and believing your own reviews, you're in the wrong business.
Okay, thank you very much, and enjoy your stay here.
Thank you.
Okay.